Hello everybody, in this video you'll be learning about how you can create a simple age calculator app which calculates your age in days by using JavaScript. So let's get started. First of all, I want to show you about how the app will look after we finish building it. This is how the app is going to look after we finish building it. So quite simple, and this is for beginners. So if you're a complete beginner, you can also follow along. So now when we click on this button which says find my age in days, just asks you when were you born. Put that in, and then it gives me my age in days, right? That's nice. So this is what we're going to be building today. So let's get started. What I want you to do first is I want you to go ahead and open up your terminal. In my case, I'm using the git bash. Okay, and then go inside of the correct directory. So let me go inside of the correct directory, the folder, this slash. Okay, and then I want to cd into JS. I want to come into demos. Oh, that's nice. Here, what I want to do is I want to make their age calculator demo. Nice. And then I'm going to cd into that directory. And here what I want to do is I want to do touch. And if you're using the default terminal or the command prompt for Windows, you basically won't have this command. So when you're trying to enter it, you'll just get an error. Okay. So if you have the git bash, then we enter touch, you'll be able to actually create files. Okay. So you can do touch, and touch is just used for creating files. I can do app.js, index.html, style.css. So what this will do is it will just create these three files inside of the directory we're in. Now if I hit enter, it just created them. So if I do ls, you can see it just created them. Nice. And I can just do code dot, and this will just open it up in a window of Visual Studio Code. Nice. So Visual Studio Code is simply a code editor that I'm using for writing my JavaScript code. You can use any other code editor that you want. But in this tutorial, I'll be using VS Code. Okay. So first, we're going to come into index.html, and actually before I do that, I just want to give you the necessary extensions that we need. So the first one, there's only one. So the thing is called live server. So the extension is called live server, and this is used to launch a development local server with live reload feature for static and dynamic pages. Okay, so we'll be using that to just start our app up. Now inside of index.html, I just want to generate the boilerplate code using emit. So this is what you also should do instead of typing in HTML. So just do exclamation points or exclamation mark and then this emit abbreviation. Now I'm going to give it a title of age calculator. Now what we want to do is inside this body tag, we want to generate a h2, and I want to say age calculator. Okay, so this is just like the header. Over here, as you can see, a header. And then next up, we have a button. A button with, let's say, class name of btn. And then I can just do find my age, right? Okay, find my age in days. Now we have, let me actually show you that. So we have a P tag over here at the bottom. P. Actually, we can leave that tag empty right now. span. We can leave the tag empty because when we hit refresh, we don't see anything. Only when we click on find my age and days, and then given like birth year, and only it's actually visible. That's because there is no text in this p tag when the app actually loads. Okay, now we can just give this p tag an ID, actually a class name of results. So, okay, so now what we want to do is we just want to style the app. Actually, I did not start this with live server, so if you have the extension live server, then when you right click on index.html, you'll get this option called open with live server. So just click on that and just open it up. Nice. So we want to style this up and make it look like this. Okay, so let's do that right now. So what I want to do before writing any styles is just I want to do link CSS. Means I want to link my CSS to the HTML, and it's called style CSS. I just prefer adding a dot slash. That means it's inside of the same folder. Then inside of styles.css, I can actually start styling this app up. So what we want to do first is we want to select everything. Get rid of the margin, of padding, and give it a box sizing of 4 pixels. Now we want to target the body. And now what we want to do is we just want to do text align center, and we want to give this a margin top of like 100 pixels, and then we want to give it a font family of Arial, Helvetica, and Sans Serif. Now if I just do a save all, and I come back, you see what's happened, right? That's all good. Can I finish this? Okay. I've also turned on word wrap, so nothing actually goes out, and you guys can see it. Okay. Nice. Now we want to style up this button, right? So we'll target it. So dot btn, right? And then we will give it a background color of this little color over there, and then we'll give it a border radius of 3 pixels with just actually curves out the borders. Now if I hit save, you see what's happened, right? Now that has a little border there, you can see, so we want to remove that. So we'll say border none. Right, save, it's been removed. Now it looks good, but we want to do more stuff. Now let's do the rest of the stuff. So now what I did was I just gave it a padding. Actually, let me hit save. So now this is how it looks. So what padding does is it just pads the stuff inside. It means it pushes the stuff inside. That's what it does. And if you're confused about margin and padding, margin gives space on the outside and padding gives space on the inside. Okay. Now we have given it a color white. So right now we don't do that. It's black. So we need that because the background is kind of like a dark color. So I thought that this will be actually better. Then I give it a cursor or pointer. So right now this is the default cursor, right? Or the default mouse pointer, right? But when we go ahead, hover over this, you see that nice little pointer, right? So that's what this line of code does. We get rid of that and I hit save. That does not happen. So for a better user experience and to say the user that the button is actually clickable, we do that. Now we give it a font size, so just for making it bigger, right now it's small, and we give that, when we give that, it'll be bigger, right? Now, over here in this app, when we actually hover over this button, you see that nice animation, right? So let's get that working. So for that, what I did, was I just gave it a transition of all 0.5 seconds ease, right? And now, we'd save, nothing was gonna happen. So you saw that nice little animation. But when we hover over it, nothing happens. So we want to target the button, but this time we're not just targeting the button, we'll put a colon, hover. So this means when we hover over the button, the code inside of here or the styling inside of here will get applied. So if you want to give it a background color of that hashtag 3F90FA, now if I hit save, boom, right? We get all of that stuff. Nice. So actually, for now, I'm just gonna give it some text right over here. So I just want to see how it looks. Okay, that looks nice. We'll have to style that also. So to actually fix this problem right now, this p tag is sticking to the button. So what I can do is I can just target that. I can say dot results. Didn't it have a class name? And I can do margin dash top. Pixels would be too much. I can just do like 50. Is that nice? Nope. We can do 30. Okay, actually. Okay, that's nice. And also for the button, I just noticed that even that was sticking. Margin dash top. Nice, and now it's spaced out. Did I spell calculator wrong? Okay. What's the... Okay, let me actually check this. Let me spell it correct. Okay, yeah, it's spelling it wrong. Okay, now it's right. C-A-L-C-U-L. That's right. Okay, I just spelled it wrong. Actually, over here we can just do 15 pixels. Nice. Now, I want to remove that dummy text away. Okay, so now we are actually done with the HTML and CSS part. Now we want to do the JavaScript part. So I just want to come inside of app.js, and let's actually get into coding of this. So here what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to have a selector, which actually selects the p tag. So const results underscore p, that's what I prefer to call it. And then we can do document dot query selector. I can actually give this thing an ID. I don't want to confuse you with query selector. We can do a hashtag. So in CSS, if we want to style something with an ID, then instead of a dot, that's how we will style a class. We'll have to put a hashtag. Okay. So here I can just do get element by ID. And here I can actually pass in results. Nice. Now I can declare a function, and we declare functions again by doing okay, we can do it this way, right? So this is the first way. We can also do it with ES6 syntax. That's this way, and that's what I do. I don't do function, I just do const, then give it a name. So get age in days is equal to an arrow function. No parameters. Nice. If you want to learn about this, you can check out my JavaScript course, which is on YouTube right now. And here what I can do is I can just do let, and then I can do birth year is equal to prompt, and then I'm going to give it a string. So enter your birth year. And what prompt does is when we actually click on this, it asks you, right? So it brings up that little box which asks you whatever you have passed in over here. So we're gonna do one with bar. Yes, I missed a W. one where you born. And basically now, the question is, how do we actually find out the age in days? So let me actually say you the formula that I'm going to be using. So we're going to do something like this. So we will get the current year. So this won't be like a hard-coded value like 2020, right? It won't be like that. So the current year will be whatever year it is right now. Okay, so we do 2020, that's the current year, the time of recording. When it's the next year, it'll automatically do 2021. Okay, so that's coming dynamically. And then current year, we're gonna subtract that with the birth year. Means whenever the user is born, and we are gonna multiply the value that we get by 365. That's how many days there are in a year. So this is the formula that I'm going to be using. So let's actually implement this formula. So we can go ahead and get the current year first of all. So for that, we will need a date. So let date is equal to new date, okay, like so. And then for getting the current year, right, for that what we will have to do is we will declare another variable. So current year, we will set that to date, which is the variable, not the capital D one. Okay, so this is actually a class, I guess. Yeah, it should be a class. Okay, so not the capital D one, the small d, which is our variable right here. Date dot get for year, which will give us the current year. Okay, that's what that will do. And now we can actually get the final result. So we can do let results is equal to this. Nice. This is what the result is. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and say results underscore p dot inner text is equal to. So this is some string interpolation. So tilde for the tilde. So it's below the escape key for both Windows and Mac. So just put that in. So I'll be showing you about what this will do in just a minute. For now, let's just type it in. So inner text is equal to what we can do. We can go ahead. Your age in days. Copy that. Your age in days. It's not going to be a hard-coded value. We're going to have a placeholder like this, and this only works if you have a tilde right there. Okay, so a tilde, we use it for having placeholders like this one. And here in the placeholder, we can actually print out the result, and that will give us the correct answer. Now I can just do a save all, and when I come back here, I can click find my age in days. So this actually, we have not hooked it up to this button. So we want to do on click is equal to a string, and then what we want to do is we want to do get age in days and then bracket because we're calling a function. Now it should be working. So if I click, it's not working. Do we actually have any errors? So get age in days is not defined. That's right here. Okay, let me actually take a look at what's happening. Okay, found out. We don't have a script tag, guys. So we can just do script colon source. Source. Script colon source. Here what I can do is I can just do slash object. Now it should be working, guys. And here I can just enter my birth date. Nice! So it actually gives me the correct result. So 3,650. Exactly that over here. So with that being said, this is actually the correct information about the user's age in days. Okay, so that's the correct age in days, and we have successfully created this simple application. So with that being said, I hope that even you guys followed along and actually created this age calculator. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for many more videos like this one. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.